Hi everyone, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Saturday, the 28th of March 2020. It's a pleasure to be with you today. I'm using the Wildwood Tarot, same as I did yesterday for today's reading. I just really like the earthy, grounded energy of this. So let's turn to nature and ask what Saturday, the 28th of March is all about. Ten of Arrows in reverse. I think that's the Ten of Swords in reverse. Then we have the Queen of Bows. That's the Queen of Wands. And we have the Woodward, which is Justice. So we've got an interesting day. I love this card. I adore it. It's just so beautiful. The strength of that hair. The Ten of Arrows usually is a man face down with 10 swords in his back and it's rock bottom. In this deck, rather than saying, okay, you're at rock bottom, it's saying, you're now teachable. You're willing to be instructed by someone older and wiser on how to do this, archery in this case, and you will succeed. Ironically, he's pointing the arrow directly at the hair. So it's a good thing that this is in reverse because you're not at rock bottom and therefore you're not particularly teachable. And instead, you feel your own power. So you don't feel at rock bottom at all. You feel really strong in yourself. You feel like things that are going on around you are things that you're above and beyond. You can kind of transcend that. You're not concerned. You're not thinking negatively. You're in a productive, constructive frame of mind. And rather than learning and being teachable and humble enough to make yourself teachable, you're building up, or you have the courage today to stand up and to teach and to instruct other people. So whether that's about health awareness or a particular subject that you're teaching, you're very much able to articulate your ideas and thoughts very, very well. And you don't need any more instruction. You're good at this. So if you articulate yourself through writing or teaching, painting, music, being a politician or an online influencer, if you need to make a public speech today, or if you want to influence the public, today is your day to do it because your ideas all line up and they're powerful kind of weapons in your arsenal that you can use to make point after point after point. And if you have to debate or if you have to prove yourself right in some way, it's a really good day to do that. The Queen of Bows is usually a woman dressed in yellow who is holding a wand, saying she's super happy and she's got a cat protecting her. Kind of like him, actually. Yeah. Except he's got a lynx and he's got one of its friends on his head. I don't know how it feels about that. Okay, so let's look at this first. So the Queen of Bows, first of all, the arrow isn't pointing at it anymore because you're strong now. If you were to be at rock bottom, then you'd be much likely to hurt yourself. So because you feel strong and able to instruct and teach others, you're safe. And the Queen of Bows, in this case, is this beautiful, powerful hair. And the hair is masculine. And here in Glastonbury, if you go to any of the crystal shops, you'll see hairs everywhere, bronze hairs, crystal hairs. It's because they symbolize masculinity. And Glastonbury Tor, there's certain kind of vortexes which are very masculine, and we have the sacred hills and things. So it's all very with the divine feminine and masculine. There's balance. And that's what I think they achieve here. They've made this the Queen of Bows deliberately and made her hair. I don't know what the word is for a female rabbit, But I think a hare is a male rabbit. Well, I don't see that. It could be a female rabbit. I'm not sure about that. But I am getting the sense of balance in the sense that this is quite a powerful masculine energy. This could probably take on a wolf or something and just take it out with its super strong legs and speed. You're thinking clearly, you're formidable, you're enjoying yourself, you're strong, you have balance between your thinking and the practical world, you feel invincible, you feel like everything is yours, you own everything. The green man here, oh, I almost missed him. Look at the mask of the green man down there. Do you see him? So she's got nature under her paw. All of nature is hers. So it's a good day to do anything that has to do with your nature or nature itself. Do what makes you happy. Build yourself up. Build your own ego. If you're isolating, then isolate and do something to prove something to yourself that you are an amazing leader or podcast maker, or that you are able to create these patents and file them. Do it for yourself, because thinking wise, these kind of days we shouldn't miss, because you're not always sharp as a knife. Sometimes we're a bit fuzzy. Sometimes kind of things don't make sense. So you're totally on top of your game today, and you're able to express. The Queen of Bows is about fulfilling your life purpose and living it with joy. And this hare is running all over the land, and that is his or her joy. I always looked at Bob, and I said, do you want to go for a walk, Bob? And just the walk word, he would just go nuts for. And he's like a machine. His biggest joy in life is to run. And a hare, I would imagine, their biggest joy in life is to run, because that's what they're built for. So you're able to thrive by being you, your authentic self, and by coming into your own. You were built for this day. You were built to express your ideas. Justice 11, the master number of service, is about cause and effect. It's the karma card. What you put in, you get out. What goes around comes around. He has, let's see, what has he got? He's got blood on this arrow. So if you rule by blood, you will be killed by blood. He should know that more than anyone. He's part of nature. All of this is kind of from a natural angle. He's got this cat protecting him, and also another dichotomy or a juxtaposition that's quite stark. You've got this friend here is protecting you, but you've killed his sister and you're wearing her on your head, blatantly in front of the other Lynx who's still alive. You're just asking for it. So this Woodward isn't particularly good when it comes to justice, because he's like more of a martyr. He's putting a bullseye on the back of his neck saying, come and get me. And he's sending that message all over the world. And he's committed crimes. And it's almost like a call for weakness in this deck. It's interesting. So if you say you're weak, and if you say I don't know anything, and I am afraid, and I have no idea what's going on, then you're going to turn this card around and you'll be at rock bottom and you'll feel frightened, and you'll shoot that inner fire, that strength that's in you, you'll shoot that and kill it dead for the day. Okay? So we don't want to do that. We want to turn this fool upside down, if anything, because now, rather than being bloodthirsty and saying one thing and doing another, I mean, this is just blatant. I mean, I think that's just rude to kill a dead family member as a prize while you've got the other family sitting there. So that kind of thing goes. The selfishness, all that stupidity of that masculine energy. Oh, I'm a trophy hunter. I have a wild cat next to me. That means I am powerful and I'm a man. I'm a real man. So that toxic masculinity, rather than stick with that today, please turn it around and instead be of service. When you're of service, that's when you realize within the service what great ideas pop out of the service. So while you're volunteering for the NHS, for example, and you're handing out tests to people, it may be that during a conversation with someone that something goes ping, and it's like, I was born to do this. Or even if you're volunteering for the NHS, for example, in the UK, the NHS is the National Health Service. So it might be that you're volunteering for that, and you may notice today that it's like, wow, I've got the makings of a nurse. I'm really good at this job. So the way to make the best of the day's energy is not to be some beefhead bozo who feels entitled to get whatever he wants, because he's going to, like I said, he rules by blood, he's going to die by blood. He's ruling with violence and with pride and selfishness, so he's going to get the same thing back. What goes around comes around, and he's going to go under. That kind of tomb is waiting for him already. So you're very clear, you can enjoy yourself, but that can all be spoiled by the actions you take, which are foolish, and you go too far with this loving, majestic energy. Like, for instance, think Jackson Pollock throwing all that paint on the canvases. That's the hair, but then drinking a bottle of whiskey while you're throwing the paint, that's the woodward. That's taking it too far. So take your brilliance and express it, but make sure you also balance that out. There's that word again, balance, between the hair, the female, and the male. And that's what it's all about, balance between the mind and the physical. And you can't be selfish in the physical sense, because that's not going to work out for you. Instead, be generous in the physical sense, and you'll get generosity back by really seeing things clearly. The fog is going to kind of move away, and you'll see yourself in a certain light. Look, the clouds are moving away from the full moon. You'll start to see a hidden side of yourself. You don't see this hair during the day. It comes out at night. You see something within yourself. The clouds are drifting away. And just by seeing it, you know you can now use that and capitalize on it and make the most of yourself through it. Or the clouds drift away in the sense of seeing someone else in your life. You suddenly see that this person who I thought was always just around is actually an amazing woman. Wow. What have I been doing? I've been looking for something, and it's been right in front of my face all of this time. And you can only realize that you've made a mistake by being teachable. And you can only realize that, oh my goodness, I've missed something that's been here all the time, when you're not trolling around like a big drunken, killing, murdering idiot. I mean, killing, murdering idiots get what's coming to them. Death, usually. So instead, use your intelligence to sift out, or to have this insight, a flash of brilliance into, wow, this is a great idea today where I can really do something. And that can take you further on. It can put you closer and closer on the path to living your life purpose and stepping into your true power and living the way you're supposed to live. Number-wise, we've got 11 and a court card. That's 1. So 1 and 11 is 12. 12 and 10 is 22. Wow, 22 is the master number of the builder. So this thing you see in yourself today can be the beginning of a whole new you. You know, when Tammy Faye Baker put those eyelashes on, that was her persona. When Andy Warhol put that wig on his head, He made himself art. Instead of making art, he became walking art. Today, you're able to see something in yourself that gives you confidence to be the true you. Or you glimpse an aptitude through service, like, oh, wow, I'm really good with people. Maybe I should get involved in work with people, or do volunteer with people. Or maybe I should be part of a club or something. Or maybe you realize that you're incredibly physically strong. So why not work in the construction industry? Because you like being outside, you don't like forms, and you like lifting things. There you go. So realizing that today can lead to a whole new future. So seize the day, carpe diem, it only comes around once, and really realize the magic about yourself. The great thing about being a human being is you never know what else is sitting in there, because it's only when certain circumstances arise or you're forced to suddenly delve deep within you that you you literally pull a rabbit out of the hat. Magic. So do your magic today and have a wonderful time. Oh, I almost forgot. I'm putting this on every day while the virus is on. Coupon code Spring Special. Put that in on the website when you're ordering a reading with me. 25% off all priority and emergency sessions. I'm trying to make myself as available as I can to you guys during this time. So if you're worried, you can talk to me like that. You don't have to wait a long time. So use that if you want to speak to me straight away. I can answer any questions in your personal readings. You can also still order the personal readings. There is a wait list, but they're more accessible price-wise. So if you want a reading with me, then just book ahead. If you like the video, then please subscribe and share the video online. That'd be awesome. And I'll speak to you tomorrow.